Well, happy Friday. It is January 5th, and we have gotten this year off to a good start. I wanted to touch base with you today on the Third Power Life podcast about maintaining your momentum. Many of us have created New Year's resolutions, goals that we want to do. I know a lot of people are not crazy about doing that. Um, One of the things I was doing a training a couple of days ago and talking about New Year's resolutions. It was kind of one of the icebreakers. It was like, what were your New Year's resolutions? And, several people didn't really have any because they didn't believe in them. And I get that. But for me, anytime there is a change, right? Anytime there is a transition point, whether it's moving to a new city, whether it's starting a new job, whether it's a birthday or a new year, right? There's this transition point that gives us a point of reference to be able to make a change. And I wanted to talk a little bit about today about how to maintain that change. So let's talk about that after the intro. Welcome to my journey of self-discovery, life balance, career success, and business creation. This podcast works to answer the question of how successful professionals like us stop drifting and get focused on keeping our careers and businesses growing rapidly while having a full, balanced, and vibrant life that we absolutely love. What we call the Third Power Life. And this is the Third Power Life podcast. So, we have these goals that we are setting for ourselves, New Year's resolutions, and I am going to do a podcast about different levels of goals. I was listening to something interesting the other day where they're talking about smart goals are stupid, but that's for the next one. All right. What I wanted to talk about now is, we set these goals. New Year's resolutions tend to be fairly concrete things. I'm going to make this much money. I'm going to lose this much weight. I'm going to, so they're in that realm of what I would call realistic goals or level one goals. And those are very, very important, right? Yes, we want to have the big grand goals, but we also have to do the straightforward stuff. And so one of the big challenges, and usually it's around now, right? If you've set a real New Year's resolution, like, for myself, I need to lose weight. I measured myself the other day. I was at 299, right? That's not okay. It's just not okay. So one of my resolutions, one of the decisions that I have made is I am going to be healthier. Not doing a diet. I don't do diets because the first three letters, it's die. But I am going to be healthy, where the first four letters are heal, right? I'm healing myself. I'm going to get myself where I need to be. But in order to make that happen, we have to have accountability, right? And what I would tell you is that's the first step. If you truly want to make the whatever goal it is you set, whatever resolution is you set, if you want to make it a reality, you have to come up with some accountability. Now that can be a group of people, right? Somebody else, like a workout partner that you're going to go to the gym with on a regular basis where you're holding each other accountable. It can be something as simple as longtime listeners of the show will know about Don't Break the Chain. So you can't see it. I have a paper calendar. Yes, I printed it out, dead trees, paper calendar of the month. And I put an X. I have my little markers here, right? So every day I put an X if I do my morning routine and my meditation. I do a green X if I do my exercise for the day. And I do a blue X if I do the podcast recording. So that's my goal, is every day to mark these down on my calendar. And after a few days, I've got a chain going where, I'm at 4 days in a row, right? I don't want to break that chain. Now it's just, I got to keep it going. I want it to be 5 and 6 and 10 and 50 and 100, 500, right? Every day. Sometimes my exercise is, 25 or 50 jumping jacks, right? Something that I can do real quick. And other days it's going to the gym and actually lifting weights and doing cardio, right? But every day I'm doing something that helps me move forward. That's an accountability tool. I have accountability to myself, and I've told my children and my wife, right? So everybody is there in that. And I also have accountability partners for other areas, right? For work, I have my coaches. And so create that accountability for yourself, something that's going to keep you going even when you don't want to, right? Because January 1st, January 2nd, the 3rd, we're excited. Yes, I'm going to do it. This is 2024 is my year, right? And then usually around the 5th or 6th, it's like, ugh, well, it was fun while it lasted, but now it's not fun anymore, right? And we start to lose that steam. So I'm here to tell you today is not the day to slow down. Today is the day to create some type of accountability, right? Create something that's going to make you go through. And, this is why I talk about purpose so much, right? My purpose of helping people live a better life, can I really do that if I'm like 80, 90 pounds overweight? Doesn't really jive, right? I feel weird talking, you need to be healthy while I'm not, right? And so what are the ways that you're keeping yourself accountable, right? And so accountability, first step. Now, the second is, how are you tracking it? One of the things about the SMART goals is it being measurable, right? We have to have our time. When do we want it? And it's this year. So, right. But how are we measuring that? Now, I'm a technology geek, so I've got my little Fitbit here that's tracking my heart rate throughout the day, the number of steps, exercise. I can see a map of where I walked and all of that. I recently got the Nutrisystem or Nutri something, whatever, that's tracking my blood sugar and saying, okay, when I eat the carbs, what happens to my blood pressure? Blood sugar. Last night, my son made an amazing dinner. He made General Tso's chicken, which is one of my absolute favorite Chinese dishes. He made it from scratch himself here. Awesome. 17-year-old that can cook. Fantastic. Right? And so it didn't get done until kind of late. So it was about 8 p.m. when we finally had dinner, and it was a lot of rice and a lot of chicken with that really yummy, sweet General Tso's sauce with a little spice in it. It was fantastic. However, that watching what happened to my blood sugar after eating all of that and then going to sleep is like right through the ceiling, right? I can't do that. So I'm tracking. Here's what I'm doing to track it. I have a scale that's on the floor right behind me that I can connect my phone to, right? It's a Bluetooth scale. So that goes into my Fitbit app with my weight, right? So I'm tracking all of this data. I have a little tape here that I use to measure, different things so that I know when I've made progress, right? That's half of the fun, right? It's the gamification, if you will, is I'm excited to see, every Saturday I do my weigh-in, my measurements, my all of that. How much progress have I made? And that makes it fun. It makes it exciting. I get that, that dopamine, yay, I did something, right? And I can see when, okay, all of that stuff that I did where I, had a whole bunch, ate an entire pizza by myself. Here are the effects of that, right? And it allows me again to be accountable based on the measurements that are actually happening, right? So, my desire is for you to truly achieve what you want to achieve for your New Year's resolutions. I want you so much to be able to attain those goals. And so get some method of accountability, whether it's an accountability partner, whether it's, writing it on a calendar, or there are multiple apps that do it. You know what? You can put a comment down here in this, under this video, that, hey, here's what I'm trying to do, and I will do my best to help keep you accountable for that, right? But do it, stick with it, and not just for this week, not just for this month. Make it permanent. It's part of your life. That's why, for me, I'm not trying to do a diet to get healthy, right? I'm not trying to, do a whole bunch of videos and I'll just publish for a long time. I'm here every day talking to you. This is my way of making an impact every day. It's a lifestyle of being healthy, of connecting, of serving, right? That's why I'm here. It's what I do for my roundtable. That's what I do for my community. It's what I'm doing here on this podcast. I'm here to serve you and to help you have a better life. And yes, I really mean you, the one that's listening right now. So get out there, make those dreams come true, build those goals, our level 1 goals, right? Finally make that change. Let's change our habits. Let's change what we're doing, get accountability, and measure your progress. And it will change your life. All right. Well, until tomorrow, my friends, keep living your life to the third power, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to the Third Power Life podcast. Before you go, one quick question for you. Where are you on the path of life? Are you just drifting through your life? Are you fully in command, somewhere in between? Well, you can find out where you are now by taking my new Commander Survey. It will tell you where you are on your growth journey and how to move yourself to the next level. You can find the link on the screen or in the show notes. Now, all I want to know now is, where do you stand?